Despite Donald Trump's stated efforts to avoid a wider conflict, the so-called war on Christmas may feel very real for Ukrainians this year as the threat of Russian strikes looms. Volodymyr Zelensky warned that Vladimir Putin may be plotting a major Christmas strike on Kyiv and other cities, just as hopes of a holiday truce fade away. He cautioned that Russia could launch massive strikes on Christmas against Ukraine, using missiles and drones to hit both civilians and infrastructure. Zelensky said Russia has nothing sacred and might choose December 23, 24, or 25 for such attacks, knowing when families gather and are most vulnerable. He convened an emergency staff meeting focused on air defense readiness, bringing together commanders and security chiefs. Zelensky said the top priority is protecting cities, villages, and critical infrastructure from potential new waves of missile and drone attacks. The United States and allied countries had proposed a temporary Christmas ceasefire, hoping to pause the fighting for several days. Moscow rejected that idea outright, and Putin's refusal prompted Kyiv to warn both civilians and military personnel to stay on high alert. Ukraine has also reminded the world that Russia follows the Orthodox Church calendar and celebrates Christmas on January 7th, not December 25th. Zelensky added that Ukraine may change more Soviet-era holidays in future as part of its broader effort to break from Moscow's influence. Just hours after Zelensky's warning, Russia launched more than 650 drones and dozens of missiles in a huge overnight assault on December 22 or 23. Over 3 dozen missiles were also fired, and air raid alerts blanketed the entire country through the night, forcing millions into shelters. Power was knocked out across 13 regions as temperatures dropped below freezing, leaving many homes without heat or light. Russia's defense ministry boasted that it had carried out a massive strike on Ukraine's energy and industrial facilities. Officials in Moscow claimed that the goals of the strike were achieved and that all the designated targets were successfully hit. Kyiv countered that the repeated blows to the national grid are meant to break civilian morale in winter and make daily life unbearable. Ukrainian officials now fear that Russia will escalate even further as Christmas gatherings begin and electricity demand peaks. Meanwhile, Trump's envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner have drafted 4 separate texts that could form the basis of a future peace plan. Talks with Kyiv are being described as marked progress, but so far Moscow has not signed on to any of the proposed formulations. America wants to reach a final agreement. From our side there is full cooperation, Zelensky said, insisting Ukraine remains open to a just peace even under fire.